Hi, this is Dr. Lisa Oldson, physician and founder of Smart Weight Loss Coaching. I'd like to briefly say thank you so much to our regular listeners who follow the show and tune in every week. My team and I are incredibly grateful that you take the time to listen in and also to share our show with those you care about. Truly, thank you. Also, if you're serious about wanting to lose weight, I'd love to see you increase your engagement with our podcast workbook. The workbook goes along with episodes number 1 through 50 and propels you to take action to create habits that will help you lose weight and transform your health. It's available through our website at smartweightlosscoaching.com. Welcome to the Smart Weight Loss Coaching Podcast. I'm Dr. Lisa Oldson, a board-certified weight loss medicine specialist and certified life coach. In this podcast, I'll share fresh insights and effective techniques for incorporating mindset, habit change, and proven science into your life. Are you ready to achieve sustainable weight loss, wellness, and longevity? Then let's jump in and lose weight the smart way. Welcome back. My sister recently told me about a food label she came across at work. A colleague showed her a packaged food with an ingredient she'd never seen before. It was called happy powder. The front of the label commented that it was deliciously addictive, which to both of them sounded a little concerning. I couldn't find any real references to happy powder online other than illicit drugs, but it made me think about a pattern I see with women when they first join my program. They're often searching for the magical food, the secret product, or the trendy diet hack that will flip the switch and make sustainable weight loss quick and easy. Here's the truth. There is a magical secret to weight loss, but it doesn't come in a package, and it's not exactly a sexy, quick, and easy hack that will change your weight tomorrow. There are actually 5 magical weight loss secrets that we're going to talk about today. But before we do, let's talk about why it's so confusing when you hear information online about one person losing weight on a low-fat diet and another on a high-fat diet, or one who has success with intermittent fasting and another who eats 3 meals over an entire day. Or maybe you're unsure if you should be a plant-based eater for weight loss or follow a high animal protein diet. There are so many different ways to lose weight, and that can make it seem overwhelming. You can develop a sense that everyone else knows the secret and you don't. But you're actually not missing anything here. Research shows that we're all a bit different in terms of what we'll respond to for weight loss. The best diet for you is the one you're willing to follow, and any standard healthy diet that reduces or eliminates ultra-processed foods or ultra-processed ingredients is likely to be a winner for most of us. Eventually, we'll have solid scientific support around how to choose the best nutritional plan or diet for you, but right now, we don't have that kind of personalized data. You have to do a little trial and error to find what works best for your body, unless perhaps you're using a continuous glucose monitor, which is an entirely different topic. In general, if you aren't sure if you do better on a low-fat or a high-fat diet, the best method to figure that out is to give it a try. Most importantly, choose healthy fats, or if you're cutting them down, replace fats with healthy carbs and protein. One of the problems with a typical low-fat diet in the U.S. is that people often replace fats with refined grains and sugar and other unhealthy options. I'd argue that high-fat or low-fat is much less important than what kind of fat. Because a piece of salmon with avocado for lunch will behave a lot differently in your body than a McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwich and fries, even if they have a similar total amount of fat. I'm sure this makes intuitive sense to you. So don't get tripped up worrying about how much fat, how much protein, and which trendy diet will work best for you. Instead, focus on eating real food. If your food comes in a package, Put on your lab coat and read those ingredients with a critical eye, like you're a scientist in the lab. If you see an ingredient like guar gum, maltodextrin, acesulfame potassium, or malic acid, you know you're eating something that's ultra-processed, and that food will cause weight gain out of proportion to the calories on the label. Put it back and go find something without a label or with ingredients that are all familiar and that come from real food. All of this is more of a backstory to tell you that 4 of the 5 magic secrets to weight loss have nothing to do with which diet you follow. So don't be confused. If you eat real food, you're already well on your way to healthy habits that will support your weight loss and longevity efforts. Let's jump in and talk about the 5 magical weight loss secrets, shall we? Secret number 1, sit with cravings without acting on them. One of the most powerful habits for sustainable weight loss is learning to sit with a craving. That doesn't mean you can never have a treat. Of course you can. But if you notice yourself craving chips, chocolate, a second helping of dinner, or even a glass of wine, being able to pause, notice and acknowledge the desire, maybe name it, and not immediately give in is a game changer. When I say don't give in, I'm not talking about resisting the craving. I'm talking about sitting with it. In my membership program, we have a hilarious way we talk about that. And I'm sure you can also think of things you do regularly that are uncomfortable or mildly unpleasant, but you just do them anyway. That's the same energy we bring to sitting with a craving. I like to start by naming it and talking to myself a bit about it. Okay, brain, thanks. I see you're dialing up desire for my daughter's amazing pear cake again. Yep, I feel that. That's a craving. Then I like to also remind myself with a little encouragement that I can handle sitting with the craving without acting on it. For example, this is hard because I know the cake would taste fantastic, but I can do hard things. Like, I can sit through a dental cleaning. I can sit through a pap smear. I can sit through getting blood drawn. I can handle sitting through a boring meeting that isn't especially relevant for me. I can stand in line for the DMV. I wait for my kids patiently when they told me to pick them up at a certain time, and it turns out that time was wrong. You get the idea. I can handle sitting through something unpleasant, and so can you. Resisting a craving taps into our willpower, which is a limited resource. Sitting with a craving rather than resisting it is more of a skill that you can practice and get better at with time. With more awareness and practicing sitting with food or drink cravings, your brain learns that cravings are just signals. They don't have to be commands. All of this takes practice, so you just have to find your way to coach yourself aloud or in your head in these situations. Okay, secret number 2. Learn patience and take back your power from the scale. It took me a little time to think about what to call the scale. I like to think of her as a capricious tyrant. She cares little about the number you'd like to see, nor about the effort you've put in. The number is going to be what the capricious tyrant wants it to be, so stop giving her all your power. I'm not saying it's easy to let fluctuations go without impacting your mood or your sense of progress, but practicing patience, trusting the process, noticing your non-scale victories, and focusing on consistent healthy habits is one of the most underrated weight loss secrets. You take back your power when you stop letting a number define your worth or your success. You are still the same amazing person, whether you lose weight or not. So stop judging yourself based on a number. Focus on your behaviors and think of the number as a necessary but not terribly important data point. When we compare our fall number to our winter number to the spring and summer weight numbers next year, I'd expect to see some progress. But sometimes the progress comes more in the form of improved body composition. You might be on board with losing fat and gaining muscle, even if the scale doesn't budge a pound. But most likely it will move in the direction you'd like it to go. So keep your focus on your healthy habits and behaviors, and don't give the capricious tyrant the pleasure of blocking you with a number on the scale that isn't what you'd like it to be yet. Before we get to magical secret number 3 for weight loss and better health, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor. Just kidding, it's still me, Dr. Lisa Oldson, physician and founder of Smart Weight Loss Coaching. If you've been considering the role of weight loss medications in your weight loss journey, you need a smart medical team with the experience to help. For those of you living in Illinois, I hope you'll consider working with us. We've just brought on a fantastic physician assistant with over 20 years of experience, and she's taking new clients. Reach out to us at team@smartweightlosscoaching.com to make an appointment or to learn more. And we're back. Secret number 3 is something I talked about a bit earlier in the episode when I told you there's no magic diet. Secret 3 is to read ingredient labels relentlessly and swap out ultra-processed foods. In a way, that is the magic diet. This one is huge. Just follow whatever diet or nutrition plan you can stick with, but make sure it's all about eating real food. Those packaged health foods that include things like happy powder are often loaded with additives, sugar, and ingredients that aren't actually nutritious at all. Learning to read labels carefully and make intentional swaps for whole or minimally processed foods sets you up for long-term success. Whether you're eating a Mediterranean-style diet, a DASH diet, a ketogenic, or a paleo diet. Just eat real food and you'll be better off than anyone following the SAD diet, which is sadly what we call the standard American diet, SAD, SAD. Reading food labels and eating unprocessed food isn't glamorous, and it's not a biohack, but it works. Secret number 4, stay actively engaged. Whether it's showing up for challenges, trying new ideas, or tracking your progress in a workbook or journal, staying engaged is a secret that most people overlook. People mistakenly think that they're going to lose their excess weight and then be done with it and never have to work on it again. That's just not the reality for most of us. It's a lifelong process to lose weight. Keep it off and maintain that weight in a healthy way over the rest of your life. There's really no finish line, just like striving for better health. Action, consistency, and participation are far more powerful than any trendy product or shortcut. Creating and running my membership program has kept me actively engaged. When I prep for a coaching call each week, I'm reading new research about weight loss and longevity. I'm reading books about mindset and metabolism and meditation. I'm reading scholarly articles about the impact of sleep on our insulin resistance and our weight. But most of all, I'm engaging with women in the program, and that helps me. Just like staying engaged with others who prioritize their health helps you. I think I've told you that my mom has been in the same boot camp exercise group for 24 years now. There are still 3 members from the original group, and they're all in great shape. That's what staying engaged will do for you. Not only are these people all fit and strong and maintaining healthy weights, but they have incredibly tight friendships after working out together 5 or 6 times a week for so many years. They all had to start somewhere, showing up when it was hard and before it became a habit. And now all these years later, their active engagement with healthy habits and with one another has paid dividends. Secret number 5, say goodbye to quick fixes and hacks that sound too good to be true. Let go of the allure of instant solutions. No protein-infused ice cream, no powdered magic ingredient, and no fad diet will sustainably change your weight. Real change takes time, persistence, and small, consistent steps. And the more you keep showing up for yourself and practicing your skills, strategies, and healthy habits, the closer you are to living a life where wellness and longevity are prioritized along with maintaining a healthy weight. I'd like you to think about which of these 5 secrets resonates most with you today. You'll pick one to focus on first and build from there. Here's a rapid-fire recap of the 5 secrets. Number 1, sit with cravings without acting on them. Number 2, practice patience and take your power back from the scale. Number 3, read all of your ingredient labels and swap out ultra-processed foods. Number 4, stay actively engaged throughout your own health and weight loss journey. And number 5, say goodbye to quick fixes and fad diets. The magic of weight loss isn't hidden in a powder, pill, or packaged product. It's in your awareness, your patience, the choices you make every day that add up over time, and it's in your commitment to your body. We only get one body, so let's take good care of it. Okay, now it's time for your NBA, your next best action for today. Pick one of these 5 secrets and focus on it this week. Maybe you'll start by noticing your cravings without automatically acting on them. Maybe you'll scan labels at the grocery store and start swapping ultra-processed items for real food. Whatever you choose, do it consistently and notice the difference it makes. And that's the magic secret to sustainable weight loss. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like more support during your smart weight loss journey, check out our group coaching program at smartweightlosscoaching.com. Until next time, stay well and stay smart.